Hello, 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 hello. Well, it looks like it's up and running right now, so it should be good enough. I'm kind of checking this out on my phone, so you might hear like some reverb or something. It looks like it's up and running right now, so it should be. Okay, well, I just kind of want to do a little test flight here. Well, let's go to a little discovery flight. we could start. We could do a little flight around Naples just to see how it ends up looking for the. Well, so far, it looks pretty good on my end. Looks like this is going to load pretty quick. If somebody actually gets in here and wants to try to watch, then I might actually start doing something kind of cool. I mean, this is pretty cool as it is. I'm not sure what plane this is going to use, but this is just something to do for the meanwhile, just to see how it looks while I'm streaming. I wouldn't expect particularly good frame rates out of this, and at this point it's kind of just me talking to myself, but I should probably plug my controller in. So this is just a little test of how this is going to work out. You know, I can't hear anything on here, so it's got my thing locked up. So anyway, we're flying over Italy right now, so this is going to be pretty cool. There's a good little bit of delay, so like I don't really know what's going on with this. Looks like I'm getting reasonably good frame rates, you know, for flight simulator. You know, 20 frames per second is about all I can really hope for on this laptop. Again, the amount of realism that goes into this game is absolutely astounding. Down to the football stadium goal. And usually this particular area tends to be pretty low frame rate, so the fact that I'm actually able to run it without constantly hiccuping is actually pretty impressive to me. Cappuccino. All right. I guess we're gonna set this plane down here at Cappuccino Airport, just because it's like the one that's right next to here. All right, we can come in for a quick landing here. We can check out this airport. Oh, here comes the cat. Oh, here comes that terrible frame rate. I don't know why the frame rate suddenly started hiccuping so bad when I'm getting down here towards the airport, but shouldn't actually prevent me from being able to land safely. Landed a little too fast. Again, I'm not really trying right now. I'm just kind of doing stuff just to see how this works. Yeah, the frame rates are so bad that I can't really control this as well as I'd like. Go across the grass a little bit, but that never hurt anybody. I mean, in a real plane, you'd probably want to go like 15 miles an hour, and I was booking it down there at like 40. Honestly, I could take off from this little strip just right here. Not a particularly beautiful airport. I'm using OBS to stream this, so don't do it. Don't do it. I can't control this AI. They can't control themselves. They just kind of do stuff. So every now and again, you run into a plane that's not supposed to be there on your landing. We just like to pretend they're not there, because in a real situation, they'd make sure nobody's on the strip when you're about to land. Etihad. That looks like a A320 right there. There's one from Russia. Russia Airline. Oh no, the plane has no pilot. Okay, there it is. Okay, well, I'm just gonna chill here. Go do a couple things in the other room real quick. Trying to see if I can actually get anybody to come online here. I'm just really talking to myself now, but if anybody's going to be watching this later on the live stream, then well, after the live stream, I'll start actually having some live streams on here. I'm gonna do some topical stuff too, you know, in case anybody actually hears me say this. I'm gonna do some topical stuff too. Thinking about doing something almost like a podcast, but not a podcast online, with video. And OBS looks like it'll be actually pretty useful towards doing that sort of thing. So, what I'm going to end up doing is using that to do some more political and other sorts of agitation and stuff, but also to fly some planes because I like flying planes. And you know what? A principled socialist should have plenty of niche interests because niche interests make the world go round. Don't mind all the noise in the background. I'm just getting me some drinkage and fiddling around, grabbing something out of the kitchen. I can kind of monitor this on my phone. So if you hear any echo, it's because there should be a 20-second delay between what I hear on my phone and what I hear on the screen. Maybe like 10 seconds, something like that. So, fortunately, this only records the screen that I'm on, I think, but I'm going to check here, go onto my page. Okay, so this is good. I can screw around in the background, and all you're going to see is my flight simulator, so that's good. Alexa, set room light to soft white.
Okay.
So it looks like the stream status is poor, but I don't know. It looks alright on my end. I'm not seeing any choppy video or anything, but it's still just me talking to myself. It looks like I don't know if anybody else is in. It says I got 3 concurrent viewers, so that must mean somebody else is here, unless that's just my studio looking at the studio itself. Okay, well, I'm gonna get back out on the runway and get back out flying. Gonna avoid the ground traffic here when I'm running down the taxiways. Not really regarding anything here. I'm gonna go all the way down to the end of the runway here, so I got plenty of room to take off. Honestly, I can take off about a quarter of the way down the runway and get off the ground in no time. It's not that big of a deal. Honestly, I could take off right here if I wanted to, but I like to try to keep some kind of a realism on it. Almost got enough lift to take off at 42 knots. Almost. So yeah, pull back on the stick. Almost got enough lift, but we're not doing that. What we're doing, actually, is this. Okay. Run over all these cones here. Just get myself onto the runway. Drifting around this bitch like a fucking race course. Alright, now we can lift off. Got flaps set to full. Let's do a little thing here while we're trying to reach. Get this up to 2,000 feet. Should take off for me. Alright, we got plenty of lift to take off now. I want to kind of climb to 2,000 feet so I can just kind of make a little course over here. Alright, bye bye Cappadocia Airport. So you can go here over the city. This is Naples, Italy. And this is one of the poorest functioning cities. I mean, all of this detail takes a lot of RAM, so it doesn't function very well in the grand scheme of things. But pull up the flaps here, and let's get up to about 2,000 feet. The thing about planes like this is you don't really have a lot of altitude really quickly, so I can set autopilot now and should level me off, and I can just kind of set the heading any which way I want. Set this to heading, and it'll fly me this way. I kind of want to fly towards these mountains, just for the fun of it. So let's plot a heading that goes towards this little valley between the mountains here, so I don't have to worry about running myself into it. And so, while I'm waiting for anybody to pop in and say hi, I'm just gonna fly around Italy. And anybody who sees this live stream later will know that I've been talking to myself the whole time. I'm pretending I'm talking to viewers because, I wish I had, attention like a V streamer. So, yeah, we're just gonna do this for now, and it's gonna just kind of, I don't know, let it run its course, and I'm just gonna sit here and pretend people are, loving me and giving me attention. It's not that important to me, but this is just something I do for my own amusement. Took that thing all the way off of this. Cat's getting into shit. Okay, I guess not. Let's pretend we're a passenger in the plane. Pretend we got a pilot up here doing stuff. I can actually control it from back here to admit me. We'll go make a 90-degree turn here and fly alongside these mountains. And wow, you actually have a better view as a passenger. I like all these red roofs. I like how everything in Europe seems to have like pink tops on the top of it, or red roofs instead of like ugly ass like black roofs everywhere. I don't know if that's an artifact of the game or that's how it actually looks from the air. We're just doing a little 2,000-foot flyover. Now you can see where the Google Maps and the Bing Maps are like conflicting with each other because they got different squares. I think some of these are like built by Asobo. Once you get out of a certain zone where they've actually mapped it themselves, um, it looks slightly different. You can tell that that's an artifact of Google Maps changing here because we're outside of the zones where it's awesome how similar they look, but this uses the Google Maps. But the Google Maps, I think, looks a little more realistic and actually is like, more true to the color of it. Whereas the Bing Maps are a little bit, how to say, well, let's lower our speed a little bit. We've gone a little too fast. So I want to make a little beeline here for this airport LIRM. And we can do a little quick touch and go down here. So I want to set my heading to like right in front of. Looks like I can see the. Oh, that's a different airstrip. So like directly ahead should be the LIRM airport. Not sure which airport that actually is. And then what we can do is set the altimeter. Go away, cat. Hey, no. We'll set the altimeter down here to about 1,000 feet. And roll back the throttle quite a bit so we don't roll back the throttle to half. No, we don't want to set flaps yet. So we can see the airport coming up here soon. So I'm gonna roll back the throttle to like 15%. And now we can start making preparations to land. Actually, we're going to want to cut the throttle all the way so we can slow down enough in time. I'm going to move around here just a little bit. And now we can start making a path towards the airstrip itself. Actually, by the time we get to the airstrip, we should actually be ready to land. So now we can set the flaps to 20%. And we are ready to land. Set flaps to full. Increase throttle slightly. And we're ready to land. And we have now come in for landing at LIRM Airport. Cut throttle and nice smooth touchdown. All right, Gabe, I can see you in the chat. Well, any ideas for a place to take off from next? I'm gonna have to check on the what would be KSEA? Yeah, there it is. We don't want the Dreamliner. Let's see. What's a good viewer? I like that. I like that last airport we were on. About a half of mine to go fly around the place in an F-22, but those are hard to control, and I'm not entirely sure how to fly it yet. I'm more liable to just wreck the damn thing than actually do anything useful. See an airplane you like? And don't say F-117. That thing sucks. I can't control it. The programming on that thing is absolutely awful. Oh, let's just go with what I know, actually. Oh, it's a 172, not 157. I don't like the Grand Caravan. It's too boxy. We could do the Cessna Skyhawk. Do we have any other liveries on here that are nice? Yeah, let's go with the default. Screw it. That is a trippy looking place right there. Wow, that's a low stall speed. 40, 40 knots to stall. I could go like barely at a crawl and still Cape Airborne. That's one thing about a Cessna 172, whatever it was. Yeah, 172. Plus, we got the cool thing about uh, Flight Simulator is everything is realistic, real time. It's what time it is in real life, same weather. So if it's going to be rainy and stormy up there, you're going to be flying around in a storm. Oh yeah, and it takes forever to load this shit. Seattle is a nice place to fly over to, but it's probably going to be shit for frame rates if we're being honest. Because like, look how long it's taking to load.
Seattle Tower Cygnus 2112 ready at runway tree
All
for right
right,
straight
ready
out
for
departure.
departure, straight out. Um, let me look here at the map. Let's see, where can we put in a course for? Oh, that is a lot of mountainous terrain. Vroom vroom time. Well, let's just see what airport we can find nearby. I'm trying to figure out which direction Seattle stuff actually is. Kind of windy. Oh yeah, this is potato frame rate.
SkyWest Tree Niner 87, follow the Ember on final. Wind 195 at 4. Cleared to land runway 16 right. Cleared to land runway 16 right, Alaska 495. Cleared to land runway 16 center, Alaska 1245. Alaska 1245, you are not cleared to land. Clear the runway.
Alright, we got it locked in for,
Alaska
oh look, there's a
49er,
plane that's
flight
going
number 2
towards
for landing.
St. Louis.
Follow the Boeing on final.
That
Wind
one's, that
195
ASA
at 4.
473 over there is flying to
Caution,
KSTL, which
Boeing
is
landing
Lambert.
runway
I know that one because I
Clear to land runway
that's
16 right.
stomping grounds.
Alaska
Well, was anyway.
1245 contact ground on 126.25. Alaska 47 tree, follow the aircraft on final. Wind 19er 5 at 4. Caution, the Boeing
Yeah,
landing
as
runway
expected,
16
Seattle
left.
is one of the
Clear to land
places on
runway
here that has
16
the
center.
most traffic, most
Cygnus
density, and the
2112, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
there's a
Alaska
whole nother
tree
airport
to number
down
2
there.
for
What is
landing.
that?
Follow the Airbus on final. Wind 255 at tree. Caution, the Boeing landing runway 16 left.
Yeah, we got all
Clear to
kinds of
land
traffic
runway
flowing
16
around.
center. Going to 126.25 Alaska
Why do they keep
1245.
showing these damn tips? I don't want them.
Seattle Tower Cygnus 2112 frequency change. Seattle approach Cygnus 2112 is type Cessna Skyhawk 2 miles south of Boeing 1,500 feet. Request flight following.
Cygnus 2112 Seattle approach. Squawk tree 005.
Squawk Tree 005 Cygnus 2112.
Cygnus 2112 radar contact 1 mile southwest of Boeing 1,600 feet. Altimeter tree 0.0 tree.
Roger Cygnus 2112.
Turn off autopilot here. I mean, I got buildings set to ultra on here, so everything should be looking spectacular. There should be some cutout where
Cygnus
the default
2112 have
programming
the Airbus in
overtakes
sight.
the It's a nice day for flying in Seattle. I am kind of curious to see if the Sky Needle actually looks like a Sky Needle in this. Or if it's got the potato graphics. Oh yeah, there's a Sky Needle, you can see it. Oh yeah, of course flying over Seattle itself is like 2 frames per second. Oh, it even shows a little elevator in it. live streaming takes up a lot of VRAM, so it actually kind of makes the quality even worse. Yeah, you'd have to point it out to me. Let's reverse the heading.
Cygnus 2112 traffic is 5 o'clock 2 miles at 4,000 feet Airbus. Report them in sight.
Cygnus 2112, have the Airbus in sight.
Seattle departure Alaska 486 is passing 1,100 feet, climbing 7,000 feet. Alaska 486 Seattle, departure altimeter tree 0.0 tree radar contact, continue. Alaska 486, climb and maintain 13,000 feet.
Seattle approach Cygnus 2112. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
Cygnus 2112 Seattle approach. Clear through the Bravo airspace. Climb and maintain 13,000 feet Alaska 486.
Cleared through Bravo airspace Cygnus 2112.
Cygnus 2112 contact Seattle approach on 125.6. Good day.
125.6 Cygnus 2112. Goodbye.
Alaska 486, contact Seattle Center on 128.5. Good day.
Alaska 1459er, continue taxi.
Ground Cygnus 2112 taxi to the gate.
Cygnus 2112 taxi to gate Charlie 15 using taxiway Bravo.
Taxiing to gate Charlie 15 using taxiway Bravo Cygnus 2112.
Roger, Alaska 1459er.
The fuck was that? What did I just run over? Nothing. Just an artifact of the AI. You see all these airliners here. You got Frontier, Delta, and they got all these Frontiers. I'm glad I got this livery pack. You can actually see what airplanes and everything are actually here at SeaTac right now,
American
which is pretty
2767
cool.
taxi to gate Bravo 14 using taxiway Mike
And all of
Bravo.
these are real time too. Everything that's happening in game right now is happening in real life. Maybe not like down to this square foot, but like really close to it.
Taxiing to gate Bravo 14 using taxiway Mike Bravo American 2767. American
Now, see, this is really
2767,
parking for
hold
large
position,
aircraft,
caution other
but
traffic.
who cares? Well, we're here for what it's worth.
Hold position, American 2767.
And I think this is actually one of the airports that they've actually done a pack for. You'd probably get a custom build for it on the internet somewhere, but I can't read about all that. Well, we did a little tour of and came around back to SeaTac Airport in Seattle, downtown Seattle. That was fun. I'm gonna just go back to the main menu now and pause the transmission for a while, see if anybody else wants to come on and see some flying. Um, I'm just gonna leave this running, so people could see as, an artifact of all of this later. Should anybody choose to actually watch this live stream, which I doubt, but deserves to be said anyway. I'm just kind of waiting and seeing if anybody else wants to see some particular flying. This is just a test, so at some point I think I'm going to schedule some actual work for flying and everything so we can actually have something legit to look forward to. But knowing that this works makes me overjoyed. So far, everything looks like it's working without a hitch, and I'm very happy to see that that's the case. I'm just gonna leave this running, so people can see as, an artifact of all of this later. Should anybody choose to actually watch this live stream, which I doubt, but deserves to be said anyway. I'm just kind of waiting and seeing if anybody else wants to see some particular flying. This is just a test, so at some point I think I'm going to schedule some actual work for flying and everything so we can actually have something legit to look forward to. But knowing that this works makes me overjoyed. So far, everything looks like it's working without a hitch, and I'm very happy to see that that's the case. Yeah, so like, don't mind me. I'm just kind of in the background doing some stuff. I want to test the equalization settings on this thing, so I'm gonna play around with some